Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is Unpopular Fridays, but it's on a Monday because work had me, they spread my cheeks open. I've been working every weekend, so I didn't have enough time.
I look up on these people. Hey, quit looking at damn ice cream like that before I put you on the corner to make me some money.
Plus, I went out and partied and I tried spitting game at these bitches, but I'm ugly, so shit happens. But we are going to do...
I've done it with a girl. What? I've done it with a girl, intercourse-wise.
So for those of you who don't know, I like to go over unpopular opinions every weekend and just give my opinion on them, just start a whole conversation. I think it's really fun. Let's get into them. I think some of them are going to be pretty interesting. The other ones are like, all right. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just trying to meet that 10-minute mark so I can get that ad revenue. Nah, it's good. I don't get fucking money at all. All right. First one is most people shouldn't have dogs. I don't know why this is unpopular, but it is. Too many people get dogs without thinking of the scope of responsibility. You should not have a dog if you can't afford major medical bills. You should not have a dog if you need to keep it locked up 10 to 16 hours a day. I swear people think there are some anime characters or something. I'm going to get my loyal companion who is perfectly trained and it's all perfect. The reality is extra bills and extra responsibility that people are not prepared for. The dogs get neglected and you end up with bigger problem. People complain how hard it is to get a dog from the shelter, but I honestly think it should be harder. No, I 100% agree. I think whenever you get a dog, like, you should be able to walk it, you should be able to pick up its shit, you should be able to properly take care of it. I hate seeing dogs. I hate seeing people who get a dog and then they leave it in their backyard the entire time, and it sucks too because global warming's happening, so that dog is getting absolutely cooked. At least where I'm from, like, I live in Texas, so during the summer and even during the fall, like, it still gets pretty hot, and I just feel so bad for the dog. Like, come on, let it inside, or just, yeah, like, you have to really, a dog is a lot of responsibility without a doubt, so you got to make sure you can give it the most love you can, because a dog is going to love you forever, you know. And I feel like you have to make sure you give that dog all your love as well, rather than just having it outside and, you know, fucking starve or get cooked alive, man. That shit's, oh, I hate that stuff. And that goes the same for cats. I feel like if you have a cat, you know, like, just any pet in general, make sure you know what you're getting into, make sure you can give it all the love and support you want. Me personally, like, when I move out of my parents' house, I want to get a Saint Bernard. I think those dogs are so cool. I can't wait to train it to, like, drive me to work, maybe kill some babies every now and then, you know, do all that shit, maybe do my taxes. Yeah, like, if you have a dog, make sure you are able to actually properly take care of it, just because I hate seeing animals that are just that just don't give all the love that they deserve. All right, the next one is playing the lottery is a worthwhile investment, not because of the expected financial return, but because it is a relatively cheap way to maintain some form of hope. For many people, realistically achieving complete financial freedom or even generally wealth is simply not feasible, even if they save the extra $5 a week a ticket would cost. Knowing the odds and understanding that it will in 99% whatever percent of the time not pay for itself doesn't take into account the fact that the thought and hope of a chance at a completely different lifestyle can drastically improve someone's life. $5 a week helps me get through 60 hours of work, gives me wonderful things to daydream about, helps me enjoy watching content about cars I could never be able to afford, and gives me 2 times a week during the draw something. And gives me 2 times a week during the draw what the fuck is this guy? To draw something to get excited about. That's better investment than 99% of things I would spend that $5 on. Okay, I think this guy perfectly described gambling. I think this is every gambler's dream. No, I was kidding. I can kind of understand it, you know, like, people do the lottery so that way they get a chance at a freaking amount of money that is absolutely life-changing. You know, they're trying to get that Mr. Beast type shit without the controversies and without dying. So when he goes like $5 a week, that's not bad. That's not bad. You know, you have a chance at getting a lot of fucking money, but obviously the government takes a lot of it because, you know, taxes and all that stuff. So you go in $1 million, but you'll probably end up with like 300,000. Either way, that's still a lot of money.
Game's over, losers. I have all the money. Compare your lives to mine and then kill yourselves.
And it's not bad, you know, $5 a week, that's cool. The thing is, there's people who spend a lot more on those type of tickets. You know, some people do like $20 a day. Some people do like $20 a week. Some people do maybe $10-15 a week. That stuff does pile up. I feel like for sure 5 is probably the max you can do, maybe $7. But anything past like 15 or maybe 12 is like a little bit doing too much, because like the odds are so tiny, dude. The odds are so tiny for sure. This person basically described a gambler's life, but it's not too bad. Plus, I guess it is kind of exciting. You know, it's like opening a Pokemon booster box. You know, shit, maybe you get something, maybe you don't. But most of the time, you don't get anything. I think for me personally, like, I would rather spend $5 a week on a girl's OnlyFans in hopes that she falls in love with me because I'm spending money on her and all that stuff. Okay, so the next one is most students don't really hate math. What they actually hate is the feeling of failure, because if you don't have good foundations, you struggle, and who likes to struggle? Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't think I need to read the rest. I think this is a very interesting one. I think for sure, like, I'll leave this more up to you guys because, well, to be fair, I mean, these videos getting overused, but I'll leave this one honestly up to you guys because me personally, I am pretty good at math. You know, I did pre-cal in high school. I did calculus, all that stuff, calculus 2. You know, not to toot my own dick or anything, but I'm pretty good at math, so I never really know what it's like to struggle during it. I mean, there's been moments where it's kind of hard for me to grasp what's going on, but like once I get to know it pretty well, it's not that bad. Math is something that's a very like iffy subject. I know a lot of people hate it. I think most of the time people don't like math. Other times people do like math. Me personally, I like math. I'm pretty good at it. It's not that hard. So I feel like this is something that I can't really speak of, but I really would like to know what you guys think. You know, I guess I'm reading this as people who hate math don't really hate it. They just struggle at it, and it's just a little bit harder for them to get used to it or understand it, and they just kind of give up along the way because if they can't get it immediately, then what's the point, you know? So I guess that's how I read it, and I'm very curious as to what other people think. Awesome. So the next one is QR code linked digital menus are better than paper/traditional menus. As a waiter who works in the restaurant business, this is fucking wild. Digital menus are better in about every way. Traditional menus are pretty gross. No one cleans them even though they've been held in countless people's dirty hands. They're a waste of material as any time a change is made, you have to get a new ones. They also can be hard to find everything if you have a large menu like Cheesecake Factory. But if it's a digital menu, then they can have organization tabs at the top so you can quickly see the type of options and then go in from there. They can also just go into the admin site and change things as needed. No need to print a new specials page every week. The only time paper ones work best is for kids, but then they should just be a cheap laminated piece of paper anyways. Okay, so I'm going to disagree just because, okay, one thing, this guy says that traditional menus are gross, that they've been in people's hands and no one cleans them. And most restaurants, you are supposed to clean the menus. It's most of the hostess. That's what she does. You know, like once the server gives her back the menus, and then she'll clean them in the meantime when she's not doing anything. So the menus are clean. I guess you can say, like, you know, if something does change, then you have to like make new menus and then throw them away. But to be fair, I don't think restaurants are changing their menu so much, like every single week, every single month. Not really. What the fuck? Not really. I think seasonal. You know, yeah, sometimes there's seasonal menus, so that's when you do it. But that's like, you know, at season. So every 4 months. So it's not too bad. You're not wasting too much stuff. Also, like, okay, I think a main issue too is that when it's a QR code, like when you get there, you gotta pull out your phone, you know, use your camera, get the thing, and then sometimes it's super hard to understand. You're like, fuck, you're like trying to figure out what the hell everything is, and then in reality, you just want some chicken strips because you're awkward as hell. You know, you're not confident to ask for anything else. I get that. So I don't know, man. I think menus are easy just because like it's right there. Plus, if you have any questions, you could just ask the waiter. And also, like, another thing too is, I mean, the last time I've been to the Cheesecake Factory was a long ass time. But I mean, I think menus are getting a little bit more simple and kind of. I think stores are having their menus kind of trimmed down. When you have a fuck ton of dude, if you go to a restaurant that has a whole bunch of different items, leave, dude, because there's no way they make any of that shit good as fuck. I without a doubt, bro. Find a store that has like if you go to a restaurant that has a very little amount of food, you know that shit's gonna be busting. But if you go to a restaurant that has a wide variety of freaking food. Nah, dude, they're spitting in your food and they're coming in that shit without a doubt. So, yeah, that's just my opinion, but I don't agree. So I think this is an unpopular opinion. And the last one is, if you're in a restaurant, it is better to up the price than lower the portion or quality of the food. I recognize things can get tough for restaurant owners when their costs go up. Some up their price and serve the same quality meal. Cool. Then I make a decision based on the new price, but I know what I'm getting. Some decide to keep the price the same, but lower portions per order. This makes me not want to go back. Some do both, a lot of them, and lost me a customer. If you haven't raised prices to stay in business, I understand, but if you skimp the dishes, I will be disappointed. I feel like this is unpopular because many restaurants do this, and I just want the same amount of food I used to get 5 years ago, even for a higher price. I understand what he means. I understand why he's saying this. You know, I would love for a restaurant to just up the price and then, you know, still have that same quality, same proportions. But it just sucks, man. It just sucks in total because, like, fuck, like I gotta pay more. I'm so broke, bro. Like, damn. But like, I'm Mexican, I'm short, and I'm broke. Like, dude, God punished me enough, man. If you want to raise up your prices, you know, that's cool. Go for it. I think that's probably like the best way to go about it. But at the end of the day, it just sucks that the prices go up or the quality's gonna go down. Like it just sucks that this thing's happening. You know, like. No matter what, we're all losing in the end. We're all freaking losing. Either the price goes up, quality goes down, food portion goes down. It just sucks, man. God damn it. But Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just the best way to look at it, but it just fucking sucks, man. That's for sure. All right, that's really it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.